Hello guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to give you a first impression about Etheria restart. They're currently in their final beta, which is open to everybody. You can just come and download it and play the game. It lasts for 10 days, so now you know. The game launches and comes out on June 5th, I believe, or 6th, one of these two days. Now, I wanted to give you a first impression. We'll talk about the game, how the game works, general information, general content that I have access to that I can tell you what it is. We'll talk about how free to play it is. I believe it's very, very free to play. Overall score, I would say so far, I've been playing for like 12 hours-ish. Still 22, I need to play more. And I would say it's a 7.5, maybe 8, maybe. I would say 7.5 is decent. It's a good stopping point for now. Obviously, I don't have access to endgame, so I don't know how's the longevity of the game in terms of PvE. The game is both PvE and PvP. PvP with Arena and RTA, which is a real-time arena, which it's very similar to like League of Legends in terms of how you're gonna like fight another guy. You're gonna ban a character, probably. I didn't do it yet. It's not open yet. But you're probably gonna have to ban a character, select your own, they're gonna ban one of your own, and then you ban one of theirs, and then with the remaining team you try to cook, right? Which is the same way as Epic 7 does. So if you are familiar with Epic 7, this is literally the same, but 3D. So the game is a turn-based RPG with, I don't know why I said RPG, but yeah, it's a turn-based game, gacha, with PvE and PvP. PvP with the Arena and RTA, and for PvE there's a lot of content. I believe there's going to be a little bit of challenges as well. It's not completely, disregarded. So in the future, I believe we're going to have like a lot, especially with the difficulty meter, which goes very, very high. Which we don't have access to it. It's too hard, right? It's too far ahead. The account there, it's level 22. The account can go up to 100. Now, I haven't seen anything above level 50 required yet, but there could be content that is like extremely endgame that we don't even see, right? So first of all, let's address the elephant in the room, how free to play the game is. I believe the game is extremely free to play. They'll give you a lot of pulls. I have pulled so far 270 times in 12 hours. 12 hours. Obviously, the bulk of the pulls is going to be on release, obviously, but still. The banners themselves are really, really good, especially the normal banners with the normal element characters. I'll tell you in just a second. First of all, there's no 50-50. Yeah, let's go, finally, right? For today's standards, having no 50-50 is pretty big, right? So this is a 100 summon PT, max PT. You just get the character. If you're lucky, there's a 1%. If you're lucky, you get the character early, otherwise you wait until 100 and then you get the character. This is the current limited RGB. RGB means the normal base colors, which is going to be fire, water, and green, right? Obviously they're not called like this, but you call RGB, red, green, and blue, which refers to the characters that are the normal elements. So the RGB character is Freya, and RGB characters are all of the, all of these characters that are like normal elements, right? You can all see here, all of them. Now, there is a 1% of getting early, which is still higher than the normal top 4 games or whatever, the big Hoyo games and whatever. So POG, no 50-50, 100 summons, and 1 ticket costs 100 gems. 1 ticket, 100. Now, this applies for the limited RGB, permanent, which also contains non-RGB, but with a very, 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 very low chance. That said, I got one. I got Doki Doki Cinema. A friend of mine got Lily, so it's not like impossible, but I wouldn't count on it, right? But they're there, and you can technically get them there, sure, but I wouldn't like rely on it, obviously. And then we have a beginner banner, which is 40 PT. Same concept, so it's going to be like using these cheap normal pulls. It contains a selectable banner. So like you click it, you can select your favorite 5-star that you want to start with from a pool of characters. Obviously, that's not including the special ones, and you just pull on it and you get it. Boom, GG. 40 pulls, 3 characters. Now, who are the special characters? The special characters are these characters that are light and dark. Now, in the light and dark characters, they're supposed to be premium special gods, and which means that this banner is gonna be triple the cost. Yes, it's 100 summons, there's no 50-50, but if you wanna pull here, you need to spend triple the amount, 300, which is a little oof, but you know, it is what it is. It's something that very, very similar to Moonlight summons in Epic 7. They use also a special currency that was very rare to acquire. It took a long time. It's not super impossible. Later on, if they follow on the steps on Epic 7, you might have a decent amount of chances to get the character. But as free-to-play, it's going to be very hard for you to get these characters. I don't see a way where, like, as free-to-play, you are, like, breezing through, getting million golden pulls, maybe early on, so maybe it might be worth re-rolling and try and be lucky, you know, it could happen. It did happen to me. I got him I got Messiah in a 10 pull, you know, so sure, but that said, that's not reliable. That's not something that you can, you know, focus too much about on the long term. Obviously, I'm gonna make follow-up videos talking about this kind of topics, but for the light and dark characters, they're supposed to be special characters. They're supposed to be not necessarily way stronger, because if you go and check like others, like Pridwen, for example, tier list, you're gonna see like some of these characters are not always T0. There are normal RGB characters that are maybe way stronger than them in certain aspects of the game. There's multiple bosses, special bosses that you need to fight, and plus PvP, plus normal PvE, plus maybe some endgame that we don't know about, and they're all pretty balanced so far, I would say. Like, light and dark is not necessarily very hard, very crazy power creep. Oh my god, you one-shot everything. You don't. So, you know, but some of them might be better or worse in certain aspects. This is a weird special banner as well. You can only use these tickets, and you can even buy them. You need to own them somehow, and then you can use them in this banner. This banner, however, only drops light and dark. So if you manage to put your hands on one of these tickets, you will use them here, because you don't want to use it on the limited banner, because on the limited banner you can use the gems, right? So I would use it here, which is which only contains, it's 1%. It's 70, because I did a 10 pull, it's 80 PT, and there's a 1%. So, you know, eventually, maybe you'll be able to get a character. That said, this is besides these weird banners, these two weird banners, there's a lot of characters here, and they're all really they're all really good. Not all of them, obviously, but, you know, most of them are really good, especially for a 1.0. They're all pretty good. That said, that was the summon. Now, when it comes to what to do in the game, what do you do in the game? First of all, you can do the story, obviously. You go to Ether Link, there's a story that you can do. You go around the map, you kill the mobs, you kill the bosses, you move on. After a certain point, they lock you out. Oops, reach this level to continue, right? They give you a lot of pulls though, so that's pretty good. They'll give you a lot of materials, got a lot of extra stuff they can do. Now, you could also go back if you miss some chests, if you wanna min-max stuff, maybe, oh no, I missed the chest, let me go back. Because in this game, chests give you a lot of good things. If you open an orange chest, it gives you 3 pulls, 3 full pulls. So, you know, you don't wanna miss any chests in this game. This is the story part, but while you're waiting for the story part, because they lock you out, you need to spend stability, 1 stability, 1 XP. You need to spend stability to progress, right? And anything that uses stability, anything, I will call it stamina for better wording. So everything that uses stamina gives you XP. So you want to level your characters, you wanna level anything that you want to do, you want to progress on bosses, stuff like that. As long as it costs stamina, you will be leveling up. So at that point, you focus on getting stuff that you might want. The first daily challenge here is the first 4. Green Pursuit, Threshold, Investigation, and GP Outpost are materials for your characters. Animus XP is XP for your characters. Prowess Materials is XP for your skills. Module Drop is gear pieces and gear sets. Green Pursuit is the pet drop. You kill the boss and it drops a couple of pets. You can evolve these pets by combining the same tier together once or twice, depending on the level, the type of ascension, and they get stronger. They gain more passives. They give you main stats. They give you multiple stats. They give you a passive. They also give you little power-ups for the that counts towards the threshold, which is the module drop, which is the gear. So we'll talk about it in just a second. In the trial challenge, this is supposed to be some sort of end game. As you can see here, you need level 40 to do Ethernet Rally. It's a multi-team adventure. It might be some sort of special end game where you need to bring multiple teams because the first team maybe gets locked, set in stone, and then you need to do one more team for maybe 2 or more, I don't know. Ember Trek says Abyss Challenge. It's going to be unlocked soon, so maybe I'll be able to do it on twitch.tv/Jakazin. And yeah, it might be some sort of Abyss that starts early, but then it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. Maybe there could be an hard mode that unlocks way later. You know, there's a Phantom Theater, which is a team challenge. You can co-op with your friend or matchmake with someone else and fight bosses. I think Any-sync echoes, which are mini bosses, mini challenge that you progress. It's not an infinite thing. You will eventually clear it, but maybe these are really hard and it will take a little bit for you to reach the end. When you clear them, there's 3 different difficulties, and they get stronger and stronger, and they get new mechanics. So you might want to bring different characters and different teams to tackle with all of the challenges that the game throws at you with like. By progressing here. You also get a lot of loot and cool things. Almost everything that you drop from the game, it's very important. So there's no shit material, let's say. And then we have the limited event, which are the current ongoing event. The Cubic game is a forge your own adventure challenge. The harder it is, the better gear you get, the better rewards you get. So the harder you make it, the better rewards you get. You start at hard, a Nightmare is going to be unlocked at 35, and then Inferno at 50. So there's going to be a lot of things that you can do. Make this game harder, fight harder bosses and monsters, and then you will get the bigger rewards that you customize yourself, let's say. Champion's Call is a beat this, predict this match. Are they going to win? Are they going to lose? Nobody knows, right? You can also check here from 0 to 12 every day. Hyperlink can participate in one free champion prediction. Check the day's match info and pick your champion candidate. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to analyze this team and predict. Are they going to win? Who's winning? Who's going to win? Probably Faltering District, right? So you predict this match, you're going to be like, okay, this guy, Faltering District, is definitely gonna win. You can check everything that you can, and then it's basically like you're betting. It's like sports betting, basically. I don't know if these are players or not. I'm not really sure. It would be cool if they're players, but they look like NPCs. You know why I think they're NPCs? Because these are extremely endgame builds that are literally not possible right now. So I think it's just, for now, for fun. Maybe later on it would be replaced by players. But for now, it's still fun. You can predict. It ends in 31 minutes. You can predict who's gonna win. But yeah, and you get rewards, I guess, if you win. So that's a cool thing that you can do. Then we have the Union, which is the guild. Obviously, you can make your own. There's a boss fight that you can do, participate in it, and get loot. They have a Union shop where you can buy pools depending on the level of your guild. So if you're making a guild, you gotta rush your levels, man. Gotta get the pools. It's 3 pools, I believe. 3 pools for free up until level 5. I don't know, maybe they'll add more. But that said, that's the Union. And then we have, obviously, the Arena realm, which is the Etherena is you against random, closely selected by like whatever rank you are, other players that are you're fighting their defense team. You click. If you think you can beat this, you use the ticket, you challenge, and if you win, you get the points that it says up here. So a certain threshold is gonna make you rank up, and here you can set your formation. So people that attack you are gonna go against this. So TLDR of what the arena is. You're gonna win, lose, you get some coins, and if you win or lose, if you win, you get coins. But with these coins, you can buy a lot of things, including a lot of pools and the perfect lattice, which is one of the most, I would say this is one of the most rare material at the moment, and I think, considering how expensive it is, it might be also in endgame one of the hardest materials to get to get your hands on, right? Also, battle reports gonna tell you like how many times you lose, how many times you win, like when you are using your characters. I won when I'm not doing anything. People attack me. I lose. I win. I lose. I win. Depending on the characters. Obviously, the roster is very limited for me at the moment. I have these characters, and you know I can't do much. Sometimes they kill me. I don't know which one is RTA. It might be Summit Arena or might be Fearless Arena. I think it's Summit, because why would RTA be open only on Saturday and Sunday, right? So I'm assuming Summit Arena is going to be the RTA. I'm going to try it today on twitch.tv/Jakazin. But yeah, this is the PvP. You do the PvP zone if you want to do PvP. Obviously, it doesn't cost any mana, any stamina. So for the arena, it's locked, but I believe to a certain amount of tickets a day, but I believe for the Summit Arena, for the RTA, it's gonna be free, so you can spam it as much as you want. It should. I don't know if it is, but it should. That said, I don't think there's anything else that I need to show you. I will end up with this. There is let's check the characters. Obviously, in the characters, you see your characters, 3 skills here, an ultimate, a secondary skill that could be a damage, a buff, a debuff, even a passive, and a main skill. It's going to tell you what it does with tags and stuff, so for ease to use. They level up by increasing the prowess here. Use these materials, including, the lattice. And you improve the skills, and when they're maxed out, they get all of the bonus that are grayed out here. The shell is your pet that also contributes with the little corresponding little icons for whatever set you're trying to make. And this is the module, which is your gear. The left part, which is these 3, have a main stat fixed, and then the substats you need to RNG. The right part is RNG on the main stat as well. They pick up from a 6 or 7 stat pool, and it could be anything. So you're trying to fish for stats that are really good. Also, then you need to be lucky on the substats. So depending on how you're building your character and what you're trying to focus on and what their kit focuses on, what they scale on. For example, Freya scales on HP, so you want to get all of it, every HP everywhere, right? Or maybe if you want to be very fast with Freya, you want to get your speed set, and then you want to roll multiple times on speed. As you can see here, I rolled twice on speed. It's a 5. There's probably also tiers of rolling and tiers of rarity. For now, I only have access to epic with occasional outstanding, which is from quests. I don't really drop them yet. After outstanding, I believe there's mythic, and mythic is the pink one, light pink, or like more red. I don't know how to tell them apart. But yeah, there's a little bit of progression here, and there's gonna be a big grind for gear. That said, as you can see here, they have icons, and when you click the exclamation point, it's going to tell you, okay, this set requires you to have 12 boots, let's say, 12 boots icons. So if you manage to have 12 somewhere, it will give you the max bonus. Obviously, most of the time, the max bonus is the best one. Later on, we're going to get more in-depth gear pieces that are giving you more interesting buffs, right? Now, if you can reach it, or if you want to cook more, you can mix and match and do some really nice combos between the pieces that you have here and the pet, because the pet gives you more, right? And they also come in a random assortment of gear pieces, icons, gear set icons. So you might want to keep farming the pets, maybe recycle them if you don't like them, maybe level them up, get more passives, you know. There's a lot of customization locked behind, like, you know, grinding in general. Not locked, but, you know, gated behind. So there's a lot of improvement you can get to your characters overall. So I think that's pretty much it. Under 20 minutes for me, it's a fucking world record. So I'm gonna leave you with the TLDR. Really promising game, really fun. Turn-based plus PvP. It's going to be really fun. There's a lot of characters. All the characters are varied and they excel in different things. So it's not necessarily, only the cool one is good. The other ones are shit. They're not. Even the 4 stars are really good. A lot of people that are like in the top 10 in the arena right now are using 4 stars, are using like purple characters. So, you know, you can level them up and they can compete very well with everything. So that said, really good game. 7.5 again. So let me know what you think in the comments. We'll probably make more videos when I get to endgame or where I want to cover something else. If you want to see this game live, obviously go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/Jakazin. Thank you for watching and see you next time.